The cold metal of the command console felt familiar beneath Commander Alex Renaud's fingers as he stared out at the view screen. The distant stars twinkled, oblivious to the turmoil unfolding in the galaxy. Behind him, the hum of the Vanguard reverberated through the ship. A prototype warship, a symbol of hope for a planet on the brink of despair. "Commander, we're receiving distress signals from Colony Sigma-12. Maya Tanaka, his communications officer, announced, her voice steady but laced with urgency. "It looks like a council raid is in progress." The message echoed through the bridge, and a heavy silence fell over the crew. Sigma-12 had been a farming colony, one of many under council protection, or so they had thought. Alex felt a knot tighten in his stomach. The council's so-called protection often came with a price, and he knew that price all too well. "Set a course for Sigma-12. Alex ordered, determination flooding his voice. "We can't just sit here while they're being attacked." "Aye, Captain. But we have to be careful," Maya replied, glancing at the tactical display. "We're still outnumbered, and the Council won't hesitate to eliminate threats." Alex nodded, fully aware of the risks. "We need to show them we're not afraid. We can't let fear dictate our actions." He turned to face the crew, who looked to him for guidance. "This isn't just about Sigma-12. It's about sending a message that humanity will fight back." As they sped through the void, the crew prepared for combat. Each member was skilled and motivated, but Alex sensed the tension in the air. This mission could be their first real engagement against the Council, and the fear of failure lingered at the edges of their resolve. When they arrived at Sigma-12, the scene was chaos. Council ships loomed ominously over the colony, their sleek, menacing forms blotting out the stars. Explosions rocked the surface, and Alex could see flames licking the edges of settlements, sending plumes of smoke into the atmosphere. "Sir, we're picking up civilian distress calls," Mia shouted, her fingers flying over the console. "They're requesting immediate evacuation. Deploy our shields and weapon systems. Prepare to engage," Alex commanded, his heart racing. "Let's make our presence known." The Vanguard surged forward, its advanced stealth capabilities masking its approach. As they closed in, Alex's resolve hardened. He remembered the faces of those who had suffered at the hands of the Council, families torn apart, dreams shattered. Today, he would not let another colony fall. "Target their gun batteries," he ordered. "We'll create a distraction while we evacuate the civilians." The ship's weapon systems hummed to life, and Alex felt a rush of adrenaline as they opened fire. Laser beams sliced through the darkness, striking Council ships with precision. Explosions erupted, lighting up the void in a brilliant display of defiance. Direct hits on their outer defenses. "They're scrambling," Maya reported, her eyes wide with excitement. "But we need to hurry. They'll retaliate any second." "Get those civilians on board," Alex barked, focusing on the larger picture. "We can't let them take Sigma-12. We'll hold the line as long as we can." As the crew worked tirelessly to coordinate the evacuation, the Council retaliated. Ships began to converge on the Vanguard weapons blazing. Alarms blared throughout the bridge as shields flickered under the barrage of incoming fire. "Brace for impact," Alex shouted, gripping the armrests of his chair as the ship shuddered violently. "Divert power to forward shields." The Vanguard shook again, and Mia's fingers danced over her console, desperately rerouting energy. "Shields at 50% and falling. We need to get out of here." "Not yet," Alex replied, determination etched on his face. "We're not leaving until every last civilian is safe." With a final push, the last transport ship left the surface, civilians on board, their faces a mix of fear and gratitude. As the Vanguard turned to retreat, Alex felt a surge of relief, but it was short-lived. Council ships were closing in, weapons primed. "Relaunch the cloaking systems," Alex commanded, heart racing. The ship shrouded itself in a veil of invisibility, just as enemy lasers skimmed past, narrowly missing their hull. "Hold on," Alex yelled as he took the Vanguard into a sharp turn, narrowly avoiding capture. As they slipped into the shadows of the stars, he took a moment to breathe. Today was just the beginning. The fight against the Council was far from over, and humanity was ready to rise. The crew of the Vanguard had barely caught their breath after the harrowing escape from Sigma-12 when Commander Alex Renaud called an emergency meeting on the bridge. Tension hung thick in the air, a palpable mix of exhilaration and anxiety following their first engagement. "Everyone, listen up," Alex began, his voice steady despite the adrenaline still coursing through his veins. "What we just accomplished at Sigma-12 wasn't just a victory, it was a statement. We need to capitalize on that momentum." Maya Tanaka, his communications officer, sat poised at her console. "We've received multiple requests for assistance from other colonies. They're inspired by what we did, but we need to act fast. The Council will retaliate for this." A murmur of agreement rippled through the crew. Alex could see the flicker of determination in their eyes. They had tasted success, and now they were hungry for more. "We're going to showcase the Vanguard's capabilities," Alex declared, his resolve solidifying. "Our next mission is to raid a Council supply depot on the fringes of their territory. If we can disrupt their logistics, it will send a clear message." The crew jumped into action, preparing the ship for its first real mission. The Vanguard was a marvel of engineering, equipped with cutting-edge technology that included advanced cloaking systems and energy-based weaponry. As they prepped for departure, Alex took a moment to walk through the ship, absorbing the buzz of excitement and purpose. In the hangar bay, he watched as technicians fine-tuned the ship's systems. He approached the chief engineer, a no-nonsense woman named Sarah Ortiz, who was overseeing the final checks. "Is everything ready?" Alex asked, crossing his arms. Sarah looked up, wiping sweat from her brow. "We've optimized the power distribution and upgraded the targeting systems. The Vanguard is as ready as it'll ever be." "Good. Let's make sure it lives up to its name," he replied, feeling the surge of pride. This ship wasn't just metal and circuitry. It was their chance to fight back. The mission commenced under the cover of darkness, the Vanguard slipping silently through the void. As they neared the Council's supply depot, the tension on the bridge escalated. "Approaching target zone," Mia announced, her fingers dancing over her controls. "Visuals are clear, but I'm detecting 2 patrol ships. They'll spot us if we don't act fast." "Engage cloaking systems," Alex ordered, his heart racing. "We'll approach under the radar." As the ship cloaked itself, the crew held their breath. The stars around them shimmered, and for a moment, they felt invincible. They crept closer to the depot, a sprawling complex of cargo ships and storage facilities floating in space. "Prepare to drop out of cloak," Alex instructed. "On my mark." Mia nodded, eyes focused. "Ready when you are, Commander." Now, the Vanguard emerged from invisibility, a streak of silver against the darkness. Weapon systems whirred to life, and Alex could feel the power of the ship coursing through him. "Fire on their defenses," he commanded, adrenaline surging. Lasers sliced through the emptiness, striking the patrol ships with precision. Alarms blared as the Council guards scrambled, their confusion evident. 2 ships down. They didn't see it coming. Maya shouted, excitement bubbling over. "Keep it up. We need to make this quick before reinforcements arrive," Alex replied, adrenaline fueling his determination. As they targeted the supply depot itself, the crew's camaraderie shone through. They worked in sync, each member playing their part flawlessly. Just as they prepared to breach the main storage area, a warning light blinked on the console. "Commander, incoming ships," Mia warned, her voice strained. "They're responding faster than we anticipated." Divert power to shields. Get ready for evasive maneuvers. Alex ordered, his heart racing. The Vanguard shook as enemy fire began to rain down. Shields flickered, and Alex felt the tension in his gut tighten. They had to finish the job. Deploy the boarding teams. We're going in, he shouted, rallying his crew. With a burst of determination, they launched their boarding pods, breaching the depot and overwhelming the stunned council guards inside. A fierce firefight ensued, but the crew's training and unity made them a formidable force. Amidst the chaos, Alex fought alongside his crew, adrenaline surging through his veins. Every victory against the council felt personal, fueling his resolve. They pushed forward, seizing crates of supplies and weapons, a true blow against their oppressors. As they retreated back to the Vanguard, the urgency of their situation hit him hard. The council's reinforcements would arrive any minute, and they needed to escape before they were overwhelmed. Everyone aboard, Alex shouted, ushering his team back to the ship. The engines roared to life as the last crew member climbed aboard. Go, go, Alex urged, gripping the console as the Vanguard prepared to jump to hyperspace. With a final blast of energy, they shot away into the stars, leaving the council's forces behind. The crew erupted in cheers, their laughter ringing through the ship, a sound of triumph. As Alex looked out into the vastness of space, he knew this was just the beginning. The Vanguard had proven its worth, and so had humanity. They were ready to fight back. The Vanguard drifted through the stars, its crew buzzing with exhilaration from their recent victory. The successful raid on the Council supply depot had become a rallying cry for oppressed colonies across the galaxy. Messages flooded in, each one echoing the same sentiment. Humanity was rising. On the bridge, Commander Alex Renaud reviewed the incoming communications with Mia Tanaka, who was now juggling multiple screens filled with frantic messages from various factions. Commander, we have requests for aid from Colony Epsilon 7 and a rebel faction on Tarsus Prime, Maya reported, her eyes darting across the data. They're asking for support and resources. They want to join our cause. Alex leaned back in his chair, considering the implications. This is the opportunity we've been waiting for. If we can unite these factions, we can build a coalition strong enough to challenge the Council head-on. However, we need to be careful, Mia cautioned, her voice steady. These groups have different agendas. They might not see eye to eye. Then we'll have to show them a common enemy, Alex replied, determination etched on his face. Let's set a course for Tarsus Prime. We need to convince them to join us before the Council retaliates. As the Vanguard arrived at Tarsus Prime, the atmosphere was tense. The planet's surface was a blend of sprawling cities and desolate wastelands, a testament to the Council's oppressive rule. Upon landing, Alex and his crew were met by a delegation of Tarjan rebels, led by a charismatic leader named Kayla Voss. Kayla was a fierce warrior with a reputation for defiance against the Council. Her piercing gaze assessed Alex as he stepped forward to greet her. "You're the one who's been causing trouble for the Council, aren't you?" she asked, a hint of admiration in her voice. "Only the kind of trouble they deserve," Alex replied, matching her intensity. "We're here to offer our support and propose a united front against them." Kayla raised an eyebrow, skeptical. "And why should we trust you? We fought against the Council for years without help. What makes you different?" "Because we've shown that the Council can be defeated," Alex answered, gesturing toward the Vanguard behind him. "Together, we can turn the tide. We've already made a significant impact. Imagine what we could achieve as allies." The discussion grew heated as various factions weighed in. Some rebels were enthusiastic, eager to join forces, while others were more cautious, reluctant to share resources with outsiders. Alex felt the weight of the room, the tension palpable. As the debate raged on, Maya stepped forward, addressing the crowd. "Listen, we've all suffered under the Council's rule. Every day they maintain their grip. Innocent lives are lost. If we don't unite, we'll continue to be picked off one by one. Her words resonated with the audience, and Alex seized the moment. Imagine a coordinated strike, disrupting Council supply lines, liberating oppressed worlds. If we stand together, we can make this happen. Gradually, the factions began to see the potential in collaboration. The conversations shifted from skepticism to strategies, and soon, a plan started to form. As the coalition discussions progressed, news from the Council reached them like a dark cloud. They had become aware of the unrest and were tightening their grip on Earth and its surrounding colonies, dispatching ships to enforce their rule. Alex felt the urgency intensify. We need to act before they crush this movement. Let's plan a series of coordinated attacks. We'll hit strategic targets to show the Council we mean business. The delegates agreed, and a sense of unity began to blossom. Together, they laid out plans to strike at Council supply depots and communication hubs across the sector. Just as they finished strategizing, a warning alarm blared through the command room. Mia's voice cut through the chaos. We're picking up Council ships entering orbit. They've come for us. Panic swept through the room, but Alex raised his hand, silencing the crowd. Everyone, we need to remain calm. Gather your teams and prepare to defend this position. We'll show them we're not afraid. As the coalition members scrambled into action, Alex rallied his crew. This is our moment. We've united for a reason, and now we need to prove it. The Vanguard activated its systems, and the crew took their positions. As the first Council ships breached the atmosphere, laser fire erupted in the sky. Alex felt a surge of adrenaline as the battle commenced, their collective resolve manifesting in a fierce display of defiance. On my mark, he shouted, heart pounding. With a swift command, the Vanguard launched into the fray, leading the charge alongside their new allies. The stakes had never been higher, but for the first time, humanity stood shoulder to shoulder with other oppressed races. Together, they were ready to reclaim their freedom. The battle raged above Tarsus Prime, a fierce storm of energy and chaos as the Vanguard and its coalition allies fought back against the Council's forces. Commander Alex Renaud stood resolute on the bridge, his heart racing as he surveyed the unfolding conflict. Commander, the Council ships are regrouping. They're trying to flank us. Maya Tanaka reported, her fingers flying over her console as she relayed tactical updates. Divert power to the rear shields and prepare to launch a counterattack. Alex shouted, adrenaline coursing through him. We need to hold this position until our allies can regroup. The coalition ships, a ragtag fleet of various designs and capabilities, maneuvered alongside the Vanguard firing at the incoming Council forces. Alex marveled at the sight. Once divided, now united in purpose, each ship brimming with determination. Keep pushing them back, he urged, his voice steadying his crew amidst the chaos. This is our chance to show them we're not just a minor inconvenience. We're a force to be reckoned with. Meanwhile, down on the planet, Kayla Voss and her rebel fighters were engaged in ground combat, their rifles blazing as they pushed back against Council troops. The atmosphere was thick with smoke and gunfire, and Kayla moved with a fierce intensity, rallying her team. Advance to the east flank. We need to secure the communication tower, she ordered, her voice piercing through the din of battle. The rebels fought valiantly, their unity palpable as they covered each other, moving as one. Kayla felt the adrenaline pumping through her veins. Every moment spent fighting for freedom reinforced her conviction. As they reached the tower, she breathed a sigh of relief. Secure the area. We can't let them regain control. Back on the Vanguard the tide of the battle began to turn. Council ships were falling, one by one, as the coalition forces executed their strategy with precision. Alex's heart swelled with pride as he witnessed the fierce spirit of humanity and its allies. Direct hit on their command ship, Mia shouted. They're starting to break formation. Now's our chance. Push forward, Alex commanded, feeling the thrill of potential victory wash over him. The Vanguard surged ahead, targeting the Council's command ship. With each calculated shot, they disrupted the enemy's communications, sowing confusion among their ranks. Suddenly, a series of warning alarms erupted on the bridge. "Commander, we've detected a massive energy signature from the Council flagship," Mia exclaimed, her face pale. "Deploy countermeasures. What's their status?" Alex replied, urgency gripping him. "Energy readings indicate they're preparing a superweapon. If they fire it, it could devastate Tarsus Prime." Panic surged through the crew. Alex's mind raced. "We have to disable that flagship. Now." He quickly devised a plan. "Mia, coordinate with our allies. We'll create a distraction while we get into position for a boarding operation." As the Vanguard took aim, Alex felt the weight of responsibility heavy on his shoulders. If they failed, the Coalition's fight for freedom could end before it truly began. He glanced around the bridge, meeting the eyes of his crew, each one reflecting determination and trust. "Prepare for a boarding maneuver," he shouted, adrenaline pumping through him. "This is it, team." The crew responded with cheers, igniting a fire within him. The Vanguard maneuvered into position, cloaking systems engaging to shield them from the enemy's view. On the Council flagship, panic erupted as the Vanguard appeared out of nowhere, launching boarding pods toward the hull. Alex led the charge, adrenaline coursing through his veins as he and his crew breached the ship's defenses. The corridors were dimly lit, shadows dancing as they moved cautiously, weapons drawn. "Stay sharp. We need to reach their control center and disable the superweapon," Alex commanded. They moved as a well-oiled machine, facing Council troops in a series of intense firefights. Each encounter brought them closer to their goal, but the Council forces fought with a ferocity born of desperation. "Push through," Alex shouted, rallying his crew as they fought toward the heart of the flagship. "We can't let them activate that weapon." Finally, they'd reached the control center, where Council officers scrambled to maintain order amid the chaos. Alex felt a rush of adrenaline as he burst into the room. "Freeze. This is the Vanguard *. Surrender now, and you may yet live," he shouted, his voice echoing through the chamber. The officers hesitated, their eyes wide with fear. But before they could react, Alex and his crew opened fire, quickly overpowering the Council forces. As the dust settled, Alex approached the central console, his heart pounding. He could see the countdown to the superweapon's activation flashing ominously before him. "Disabling the weapon now," he declared, his fingers flying over the controls. With a final keystroke, the countdown halted, and a cheer erupted among his crew. "Now let's secure this ship and signal our allies," Alex commanded, a fierce sense of victory surging through him. The tide had turned, and together, they had made a stand against the Council. The Coalition was stronger than ever, united in their fight for freedom. The aftermath of the successful boarding of the Council flagship buzzed with a mixture of triumph and urgency. Commander Alex Renaud stood in the control center, breathing heavily as his crews secured the area. The Council's superweapon had been disabled, but the fight was far from over. "Commander, we've sent a signal to the Coalition forces," Maya Tanaka reported, her fingers dancing over the console. "They're regrouping and preparing to engage the remaining Council ships." "Good. We need to rally them quickly," Alex replied, glancing at the viewscreen displaying the chaotic scene outside. Council ships were still in the vicinity, trying to regroup and retaliate. "We'll use the flagship systems to coordinate the attack." "Are you sure that's safe?" "They might have countermeasures," Mia warned, her brow furrowed with concern. "We don't have a choice. We need to take the initiative before they regroup and strike back with full force," Alex asserted, feeling the weight of leadership pressing on him. As they initiated the commandeering of the flagship's systems, Kayla Voss, and her rebel fighters joined them. The Tarjan leader stepped into the control center, her face flushed with exhilaration. "You did it. The super weapon is down." "For now," Alex replied, his focus unwavering. "But we need to be smart about our next move. The Council won't let this go unanswered." Kayla nodded, her expression turning serious. "We've got a chance to turn the tide. If we can mobilize our fleets and strike together, we can push them back for good. Let's gather every ally we can," Alex said, determined. "We need to hit them hard before they can plan their counterattack." With the coalition forces reassembling outside, Alex and Mia coordinated a tactical briefing. They were joined by leaders from various factions, each bringing their unique expertise and insights. The room buzzed with energy as they discussed their next steps. Council forces are split, but they'll regroup soon. If we hit their command ship and the remaining vessels simultaneously, we can sever their communication lines, Mia explained, pointing to a holographic map of the battlefield. Kayla leaned forward, her eyes bright with determination. "I can rally our ground forces for an assault. If we can create chaos on the surface, it'll draw their attention away from space." "Perfect," Alex replied, his heart racing with excitement. "We'll hit them from both sides. Let's show them what we're capable of." As the coalition forces mobilized, the Vanguard prepared for battle once more. Alex stood on the bridge, watching the star-studded void through the view screen. This was their moment. They had the advantage, and he wouldn't let it slip away. "Commander, all coalition ships are in position," Mia announced, her voice steady. "They're ready to engage." "Let's do this," Alex said, his voice filled with resolve. "All hands, prepare for battle." The Vanguard surged forward, flanked by a diverse fleet of allied ships. Laser fire erupted as they engaged the Council's remaining forces, the chaos of battle enveloping them once again. Ground forces led by Kayla engaged the Council troops on Tarsus Prime, creating a fierce diversion. The rebels fought bravely, seizing key locations and disrupting the Council's hold on the planet. Kayla's leadership shone as she rallied her fighters, pushing back against the Council's reinforcements. "Keep pushing forward. We can't let them regroup," she shouted, her voice cutting through the cacophony of gunfire. As they fought, Kayla felt a surge of hope. For the first time, they were not fighting alone. They were part of something larger, a coalition united in the fight for freedom. Back in space, the Vanguard took the lead, engaging the Council's flagship. Alex felt a rush of adrenaline as they closed in, determined to finish what they had started. "Target their weapon systems. We need to disable them before they can retaliate," he commanded. The crew moved swiftly, working together like a well-oiled machine. The Vanguard unleashed its firepower, striking the flagship with precision. Explosions rippled across the hull, sending shockwaves through the vessel. "Direct hit. Their shields are down," Mia shouted, excitement evident in her voice. "Prepare to board," Alex ordered, heart pounding. "This is our chance." With the Council flagship reeling from the assault, the Vanguard launched boarding pods once again. Alex led the charge, adrenaline fueling his every step as they breached the ship's defenses. They fought through the corridors, pushing deeper into the heart of the flagship. Each encounter was fierce, but the momentum was on their side. Alex could sense it. They were close to victory. As they reached the command center, Alex prepared to confront the Council's leadership. The stakes were higher than ever, but he felt a burning conviction in his heart. "Let's end this," he said to his crew, determination radiating from him. With a final push, they burst into the command center, ready to face the Council and secure their victory once and for all. The future of the coalition and the fate of countless lives hung in the balance. The command center of the Council flagship was a stark contrast to the chaos outside. Dimly lit, with screens flickering ominously, it was a nerve center of control. And now, the site of their final confrontation. Commander Alex Renaud stepped forward, flanked by his crew, ready to face the Council's leadership. The counselors, a group of elite officials, stood at a long table, panic etched across their faces. "You fools! You think you can just waltz in here and take control?" One counselor spat, his voice dripping with disdain. "We're not here to negotiate," Alex declared, his voice steady and resolute. "We're here to end this tyranny once and for all." "Foolish human," another counselor sneered, trying to regain composure. "You'll pay for this insolence." Alex raised his weapon, signaling his crew to do the same. "Surrender now, or we will dismantle every last one of you. This is your final chance." While the standoff intensified, chaos unfolded outside. The coalition forces pushed forward, the rebels on Tarsus Prime fighting fiercely. Kayla Voss coordinated ground troops, her voice rallying fighters amid the turmoil. "Keep pushing. We're almost there," she shouted, leading an assault on a heavily fortified bunker. The sound of gunfire rang in her ears, but she remained undeterred. This was their moment to claim freedom. The Council troops were fighting hard, but the spirit of the coalition was unwavering. With every inch they gained, hope surged through them. Back in the command center, the counselors exchanged desperate glances. "You'll never win this war. The Council is powerful, and we have resources beyond your imagination." One protested. "But you're losing control," Alex replied, his eyes narrowing. "Your grip on the galaxy is slipping, and your arrogance has blinded you to the strength of unity among the oppressed." Suddenly, a piercing alarm rang through the command center. "Commander, they're activating self-destruct protocols," Mia shouted, panic rising in her voice. "Disable it," Alex barked, adrenaline spiking. The crew sprang into action, working frantically at the console to shut down the self-destruct sequence. The counselors watched in horror as their last defense crumbled. Outside, the battle raged on, but the coalition forces sensed a shift in momentum. As the Council flagship faltered, the remaining ships began to retreat, demoralized by the rapid losses. Kayla seized the moment. "Now, let's push forward and finish this," she rallied, her voice echoing through the comms. The rebels surged ahead, taking advantage of the Council's disarray. Back in the command center, the crew struggled to override the self-destruct protocols. "It's locked. We need access codes," Mia exclaimed, frustration evident. "Alex, we can't let this ship blow. We need to take them down," one of his officers shouted. "Then we'll have to improvise," Alex replied, determination hardening his resolve. "Mia, keep working on those systems. Everyone else, secure the counselors. We can't let them escape." The crew moved swiftly, surrounding the counselors, weapons drawn. The tension in the room was palpable, the fate of countless lives hanging in the balance. As they secured the area, the countdown timer loomed ominously on the main screen, ticking down mercilessly. Alex felt the pressure mount. They had to act fast. "Counselors, you have one last chance to save yourselves. Give us the access codes, or you'll all go down with your precious flagship," Alex demanded, his voice firm. The counselors exchanged fearful glances, desperation clawing at them. One of them, a younger member named Ilara, seemed to realize the futility of their situation. "Stop. If you kill us, the self-destruct will activate. We can help you. Please," she pleaded, her voice trembling. "Then give me the codes," Alex replied, not lowering his weapon. With a shaky breath, Ilara nodded. "I'll provide them, but you must spare us." Alex hesitated but knew they needed the counselors alive to prevent further chaos. "You have my word. Now hurry." Ilara hurried to the console, fingers flying over the keys as she entered the access codes. "Done. You can disarm the self-destruct now." Mia jumped in, overriding the system just in time. "Self-destruct sequence aborted," she announced, relief flooding the room. With the immediate threat neutralized, Alex turned to the counselors. "You're coming with us. Your days of oppression are over." As they secured the counselors, a roar of triumph erupted outside. The coalition forces had overwhelmed the council troops, celebrating their hard-fought victory. Kayla's voice crackled over the comms, filled with exhilaration. "We did it. We've pushed them back. This is just the beginning." The bridge of the Vanguard buzzed with energy as the crew absorbed the magnitude of their victory. They had struck a decisive blow against the Council, one that would reverberate across the galaxy. "Prepare to signal our allies," Alex commanded, feeling a swell of pride. "Let them know we've won this battle and that the tide has turned." As the Vanguard prepared to regroup with their coalition allies, Alex knew they had ignited a flame of hope that could no longer be extinguished. The fight for freedom had only just begun, and together, they were unstoppable. The atmosphere aboard the Vanguard was electric with victory. Commander Alex Renaud stood on the bridge, surveying the scene of celebration unfolding among his crew. They had achieved the impossible, a decisive victory against the Council, and the beginning of a new era for the oppressed factions across the galaxy. "Commander, we've received a wave of messages from the coalition forces," Maya Tanaka announced, her eyes wide with excitement. "Everyone wants to congratulate us and discuss next steps." "Put them on screen," Alex replied, his heart swelling with pride. The view screen flickered to life, revealing the mosaic of faces from various factions. Tarjan rebels, Earth colonies, and more. Cheers erupted from the group, their joy palpable. "We've shown them we can unite." Kayla Voss's voice rang out. "Now we must turn this victory into momentum." "Agreed," Alex said, feeling the weight of their collected hopes. "We need to strategize our next moves carefully. The Council won't take this lying down." As the crew began the planning session, the mood shifted from celebration to determination. Alex laid out the next phase of their campaign on the holographic map, highlighting key Council strongholds. "We need to take advantage of our momentum. Our goal should be to disrupt their operations across the sector and liberate more planets," he explained. A voice from the crowd chimed in. "What about Earth? The Council is likely to retaliate there first," a rebel leader from Earth said, concern etched on his face. "I agree," Alex replied. "We can't afford to let them regroup. We'll need to bolster defenses on Earth while continuing our offensive." Mia raised her hand, interrupting the discussion. "We should also consider diplomatic efforts. Not all worlds are aligned with the Council. We can reach out to potential allies." "Good point," Kayla added. "The more we can bring into our coalition, the stronger we become. Let's focus on outreach while we prepare for the next strike." As plans were discussed, the camaraderie in the room blossomed. Former enemies were now allies, united by a common goal. For the first time, they felt the potential of what could be achieved together. Meanwhile, on the Council flagship, remnants of the Council leadership were gathered in a dimly lit conference room, their expressions grim. Councillor Varnax slammed a fist on the table, frustration boiling over. "This is a disaster. We underestimated the humans and their allies. They've rallied together," he growled. "We must respond swiftly." Ilara, the young counselor who had given Alex the access codes, said quietly. "The longer we wait, the more power they gain. We can't allow them to continue this momentum." Another counselor, a veteran named Thrax, nodded. "We still hold significant resources. If we can consolidate our power and crush this rebellion, we can restore order. We must focus our efforts on Earth. It is the heart of their movement." "Agreed. Let's mobilize our forces," Varnax said, determination seeping into his voice. "We'll show them the consequences of defying the Council." Back on the Vanguard plans solidified as the coalition leaders agreed on the next steps. They would launch a series of coordinated strikes while simultaneously reinforcing Earth. "Let's make it clear to the Council that we are not afraid," Alex said, addressing the assembled leaders. We will fight for every planet, every system. Together, we will be unstoppable. The room erupted in agreement, a chorus of voices filled with conviction. They felt the momentum shifting in their favor. As the coalition prepared for action, the Vanguard made its way back to Earth. Alex stood on the bridge, looking out at the stars, filled with a mix of hope and anxiety. The battles ahead would be crucial, and every decision mattered. Mia, what's the latest intel from Earth? He asked, focusing on the task at hand. Communications are limited, but we've received reports of unrest among Council supporters. The Council's grip is weakening, but they are ramping up security measures, Maya replied, her brow furrowed in concentration. We need to exploit that unrest. Prepare to send in our diplomatic teams alongside our military forces, Alex commanded. Let's encourage any dissenters to join our cause. As they neared Earth, the crew worked tirelessly, organizing resources and finalizing strategies. The sense of urgency grew as they anticipated the Council's response. Prepare for arrival, Alex instructed, steeling himself for the challenges ahead. We're entering a pivotal moment in this war. The ship shook slightly as they entered the atmosphere, the familiar sights of Earth coming into view. The air was thick with tension, but they had come too far to turn back now. Upon landing, coalition leaders and troops gathered at a strategic command center. Alex stepped forward, addressing the diverse assembly. Today, we stand on the cusp of a new dawn for all who have suffered under the Council's tyranny. He began, his voice carrying the weight of their shared struggle. We will fight for freedom, justice, and a future where no one lives in fear. The crowd erupted in cheers, fueled by hope and determination. This was their moment, and together, they would reshape the future of the galaxy. The Council may have underestimated humanity, but they would soon learn that united, they were a force to be reckoned with. The command center buzzed with activity as coalition leaders and troops prepared for the upcoming assault. Commander Alex Renaud stood at the forefront, a holographic map illuminating his determined expression. The tension in the air was palpable. The stakes had never been higher. All right, everyone, Alex began, his voice steady. We've made great strides, but we're entering the final phase of our campaign against the Council. Our intel indicates they are consolidating their forces, particularly around key cities on Earth. We need to strike hard and fast to disrupt their plans. Kayla Voss stepped forward, her fiery spirit igniting the room. We have the element of surprise on our side. If we can coordinate simultaneous strikes on their command centers, we can cripple their operations and rally the people to our cause. Maya Tanaka nodded in agreement. We should also deploy teams to broadcast our message of freedom, show the citizens that they don't have to live under the Council's oppression anymore. Exactly, Alex said, feeling the surge of hope. Let's make our message clear. Freedom is within reach, and we will fight for it together. As the coalition forces moved out, Alex found himself aboard the Vanguard staring out at the blue planet below. Earth, his home, now a battlefield. He thought about everything that had led them to this point. The struggles, the sacrifices, and the resilience of those who dared to dream of freedom. Commander, we're approaching the primary target area, Maya reported, breaking him from his thoughts. All coalition forces are ready to engage on your command. Let's do this, Alex replied, his heart pounding. Signal all ships to initiate the assault. The coalition forces descended onto key locations around the world, launching strikes against Council command centers. Explosions lit up the skies as ships and ground troops moved with precision and purpose. The chaos of battle was electrifying, but Alex felt a calm resolve amidst it all. Commander, we're receiving reports of civilians rallying to our side, Mia exclaimed, her eyes bright with excitement. They're ready to rise against the Council. Let them know they're not alone, Alex ordered. Our message is simple. They can join us in fighting for their freedom. We need to give them hope. Meanwhile, on the ground, Kayla led a team through the ruins of a council facility, engaging in fierce firefights with council soldiers. The rebels fought with unyielding courage, each moment igniting the flames of revolution among the populace. "Push forward. We need to secure the communication array," Kayla shouted, her voice cutting through the noise of battle. As they fought, she could see civilians gathering, emboldened by the coalition's presence. Their eyes reflected a mix of fear and hope, and Kayla felt an overwhelming sense of purpose. "Together, we can reclaim our world," she called out, rallying the people. "Stand with us, and we will break the chains of oppression." Back aboard the Vanguard Alex monitored the battle through various feeds, pride swelling in his chest as he witnessed the unity of the coalition and the people. The council was crumbling, and for the first time, he could see a glimmer of hope on the horizon. "Commander, we've received an urgent transmission from the council flagship," Mia announced, concern flickering across her face. "They're planning a last-ditch effort to retaliate against the coalition and target civilian areas." "Then we need to act fast," Alex replied, determination hardening his resolve. "Prepare the Vanguard for a direct assault on the flagship. We cannot allow them to cause further harm." As the Vanguard surged toward the flagship, Alex felt the weight of responsibility settle heavily on his shoulders. This would be their final confrontation. The fate of Earth and the future of countless lives hung in the balance. The ship shook as they entered the flagship's proximity. "All systems online. Weapons ready," Maya reported, her eyes alight with adrenaline. "Let's finish this," Alex commanded, steeling himself. "Target their main weapon systems. We'll disable them before they can fire." The Vanguard unleashed its firepower, striking the flagship with relentless precision. Explosions erupted as the council's defenses faltered, and Alex felt a rush of exhilaration. They were so close now. "Prepare to board," he shouted, adrenaline surging as they closed in. The crew sprang into action, readying themselves for the final push. As they breached the flagship, Alex led his team through the corridors, determination fueling each step. Council troops fought back fiercely, but the spirit of the coalition was unbreakable. "Push forward. We're almost there," Alex yelled, leading the charge toward the command center. The battle was intense, but with each step, they felt victory drawing nearer. Finally, they reached the command center, where the remaining counselors stood, panic etched on their faces. "End this now," one counselor shouted, desperation seeping into his voice. "Your reign of terror is over," Alex declared, weapon raised. "Surrender or face the consequences." With a fierce determination and unity, the coalition secured the command center, the council's hold on power collapsing. Outside, the sounds of celebration erupted as civilians and coalition forces cheered, their spirits soaring. As Alex stepped outside, he felt the warmth of sunlight on his face, mingling with the cheers of victory. They had achieved the impossible, freedom from the council's tyranny. "Today marks the dawn of a new era," he proclaimed, voice carrying over the crowd. "Together, we will rebuild and ensure that no one will ever suffer under oppression again." The cheers grew louder, echoing through the streets as the people embraced their newfound freedom. They were no longer just survivors. They were warriors of hope, united in their fight for a brighter future.